We're just natural out here. Okay. So, hey, everybody. I'm Kathy Zalewski with Realty One Group Peak in Bozeman, Montana.
And I'm Kaila Henry, also a realtor with Realty One Group Peak.
And we're at my favorite local spot, my backyard.
My favorite, too.
Yeah. And it is a lovely, breezy day. We wanted to talk to you about pets. Kayla and I both have dogs. I have 3. Kayla has 1. But I think some people that are something that maybe is not super apparent or people don't think about, but Bozeman is a mega pet friendly town.
And very, very dog friendly.
Yes.
Like dogs are loved and welcome. There we go.
That's Bear. He's going to check out whatever's happening in the front of the house. So yes, Bozeman's super pet friendly. Much to my surprise, when I first and there goes my other dog. They're out there tooling around. I have a 150-pound Great Pyrenees, and he is welcome in any shop downtown. Most of the shops keep a water dish out actually year round. Like sometimes there's water out in the winter.
Yep.
And usually like a little stand that has like a treat jar in it. So pets are welcome into any retail store as long as they don't serve food.
I think so. And always be sure to ask a store owner or an employee before you just walk your dog into a store. But yeah, dogs are welcome, and employees often have treats on them.
Yeah.
So it's a great place. I know when I was training Numa, my little dog, when it was either a rainy day or a day we couldn't be outside, or it was really cold, I would just take her to stores and help her socialize with other people, get used to different sounds and smells and just being in different environments. So what a great resource. And I know, actually, a little bit off topic, but Svalin, they're protection dogs that are trained in Livingston, Montana. We see those dogs all around town all the time, and it's very common for them to come into town and do training like that as well.
Yeah.
To really socialize those dogs. So it's a super friendly neighborhood and town.
Yeah.
For dogs in general, I would say.
I think what's also super cool is everybody seems to want the dogs to behave well, and of course, right? But like when you do take them into the CO store in town, usually they have a shop dog that's there. And then at Heyday, which is if your dog is particularly into smells or anything, might not be the best to take them in there. But because there's a lot of stuff everywhere, little stuff that they could grab. But even like Dee-O-Gee, the pet food store, obviously pet friendly, but again, if your dog is into taking treats.
Ace Hardware is.
Yes.
Again, that's where we would take Numa. Lowe's and Home Depot seem to be as well. Those are out west. And then some offices too. Like, again, you kind of mentioned Steo has like a shop dog.
Yeah.
Not uncommon for you to walk into an office and maybe there's a dog or two that's just hanging out for the day with their owners.
I'm trying to think of besides Steo, there was another store that was, the Lucchese store downtown, which is very, very high end boots and jackets and leather goods. There he's gone. That's Arlo. They are dog friendly as well. So it doesn't really have to be like, just the hardware store or Menards or Home Depot. Like everything is great. So it very surprising to me that they're also dog friendly.
Yeah.
Along with that, Bozeman has, I want to say at one point I heard over 13 dog parks. So generally speaking, meaning off-leash dog park could or could maybe not be a fenced in area, but where dogs are allowed to play. Like Cooper Park is a dog park, but it's not fenced. Mm-hmm. So you want your dog under, voice command for sure. Snowfill Dog Park, we've done videos on that. Snowfill's great. 42 acres of fenced in dog area. They even have a well there, like a pump well, so that the dogs can have water. And of course, there's the Gallatin County Regional Park, has part of that is, I think that's like 10 or 12 acres is a dog park.
Yep.
And they do have a pond that is swimmable for your dogs, although much like any body of water in the summer here in Bozeman, later in the season, it might be
pretty scuzzy.
Yeah. So, but nonetheless,
use at your own discretion.
Yeah. So yeah, tons of dog parks, tons of trails that are actually approved for you to have your dog off leash. One of those is the Bozeman Creek Trail. I think I have a video of that somewhere on my YouTube channel, which is great because it's along a creek, but there's also like a pond about a half a mile in from the start of the trailhead. So very cool. Lots of different, where do you take Numa most often?
We will take her up the M. I take her to that regional dog park quite a bit because we live over there. We'll take her to Snowfill on our way up to Bridger Bowl. Stone Creek has been one where we like to take her as well on the way to Bridger Bowl. So if we're trying to go skiing in the morning, pretty easy to load her up in the car, take her for a little run, let her wiggle, do her thing. And then she hangs out in the car while we go skiing, and she loves it because then she gets to hang out in the parking lot with her
all
other
the
dog
other
friends.
dogs. Yeah.
Because other people do this as well.
And
Yeah.
they also do that in Big Sky. If you go to the Madison side,
Yeah.
they have like a, end of the day parking lot dog party.
Yeah.
Not in the main lot, but over in the Madison lot.
It's just super fun. I think as long as, dogs are well behaved and generally under voice control, Bozeman is a very chill and awesome spot to have a dog. A lot of people have them. Definitely make sure you're carrying, your poop bags, all those things you're supposed to be picking up after your dog. But I think that's pretty common knowledge, not something I really need to say.
Right. What is interesting as well is that while probably 80% of the food places like bars and restaurants won't allow you to have your dog on the patio, there are a couple like Shine, which isn't a brewery,
it's a beer sanctuary, so
yeah.
They have a lot of different beers on tap,
yeah,
and it's right downtown,
and they have a patio, and you can bring your dog on that patio.
They have water bowls for the dogs, and again, just as long as I think the dog needs to be on leash, you can have your dog down there, and it's super fun.
Yeah. Another brewery that allows animals outside, and they have like a nice grassy area that's usually kind of shaded, is Outlaw Brewing. Yeah. And then what's this? Oh, I think that you might be able to have your dog on the patio at the market, and the market is an area kind of between Ferguson and Cottonwood. And so there's several restaurants in there, including Liberty Market and Tanglewood and Mary Piglet's, and they have a patio outside, and I think you can have your dog on the patio there.
I think so too.
Yeah. So lots of, in terms of if you're just traveling here, it's very dog friendly, but when you live here, it's easy to take your dog with you almost anywhere. And I think
your dog is really part of your lifestyle.
Yes.
We've talked about that a whole lot, where, when people are buying homes in Montana, most often we always want to talk to people about, well, what is your lifestyle and what would fit that? And so I think, taking your dog or your pets into account for that is part of your lifestyle, right? And just knowing that Bozeman is very dog friendly, I think is a great place to start from, and knowing, hey, for some people that's great. Others might not be so psyched. So keep that in mind, right?
Right.
But I would say in general, it's a very dog friendly area.
Pete's Hill, also super popular trail. Also, off leash dogs can be off-leash.
That's an off-leash dog park. I think technically Pete's Hill is a dog park, or a park that pets are allowed to be off-leash.
So that's very close to downtown. And speaking of, I think Lockhorn Cider, you can have your dog on the patio at Lockhorn.
Cool.
Which is near there. So yes. Also, if you are moving here and not buying a home, there are a lot of very pet-friendly apartment complexes. And the way that the apartment complexes are built, usually there is a dog park or lots of walking trails or something like that, so that you have a way to exercise your dog that isn't necessarily on a concrete sidewalk or something. So yes, it is part of the lifestyle here. People expect it. And there's lots of options. And
same thing, most subdivisions and new subdivisions, that's part of something that the city requires, or even the county may require. I'm not sure exactly for the county. But I do believe the city, part of their planning department, every subdivision is required to have a certain amount of park space and trail space as part of their plans. So it's not uncommon to find lots of walking trails. And again, some of those you might need to have your dog on leash, but they're still right outside your front door.
Yeah.
Or back door, whatever. But it's really nice to just know that that's, again, a priority for this area, is to have open spaces and public spaces where people can be.
So, Kaila, you grew up in Durango, and that's a mountain town. Was Durango as pet friendly as Bozeman?
I would say it was pretty pet friendly. I didn't have pets when I lived in Durango. For my lifestyle reasons, I was racing mountain bikes, so did not have time to take care of a pet. But there were dogs all around, and people seemed to love them. Not uncommon for dogs to be on brewery patios or hanging out by the river. So again, I think it just kind of falls in line with,
lifestyle,
the lifestyle, and I just want to say almost a town vibe.
Yeah.
And a feeling. So yeah.
Absolutely. I think that if dogs are part of your lifestyle, which my 3 are somewhere out everywhere. But if dogs are part of your lifestyle, Bozeman's a great place. Because there is so many ways to take your dog with you and have them be part of your everyday activities.
Yeah. if you have any questions on anything specific, we will be doing a few more videos about veterinary clinics, buying a home with a dog, selling a home with a dog,
or pets
just
in
let us
general.
know, or pets in general, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So subscribe and like our channel, and obviously always stay tuned for more of our videos. And we're coming to you live from the patio today. So thanks a lot.
Bye.